We're back. We're back. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. All right. Here we go. Try this again. See if it'll work. Maybe it won't. I don't know, but I'm going to try again. It should work. Share screen. Windows. It's not doing it. Why isn't it doing it? Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. Follow these steps. Okay, I know what happened. Screen sharing. Hold on. Here we go. Privacy. So I got to go to my settings. You guys, can you believe this? Here's what happened. Here's what happened. I took a test on my computer and I gave those guys permission to mess with my computer and they blocked Chrome screen sharing. So now I got to go through and figure this out. I got to be able to share all this. Okay. Bear with me. I'm looking at my settings. And I don't know what's going on here. Screen recording. Oh, I see. I see here. I see. I see. I have to put in my password and then I can unlock it. There we go. Let's try this. I'm going to try it one more time. Thanks for coming back and hanging out. I did an exam on my computer and I gave them permission to mess with my computer. And when they did, they blocked screen sharing and access to several accounts. So I'm looking at my settings to see if I can fix it. Let me try this. See if this helps. So it's not letting me yet. It's not letting me yet. So I got to continue to find out why. And bear with me again. Screen sharing. I'm in my privacy to screen sharing menu. So I'm sorry for the delay, but I'm checking it out here. Hold on. Here we go. Privacy. Yeah, when I let them take over my computer, they didn't want me to cheat and move over to different screens and stuff to steal information. Screen recording. Let's see here. I apologize for the delay, but it certainly is something I need to fix. So I'm just staring at the screen, looking at how I can fix this. Security and privacy. We're unlocking. Because I'm not a savvy computer guy. All right. Screen recording. I cannot see screen recording. Here it is. Google screen. It's all good. I don't know what the deal is here. Don't know why. It's not letting me do it. I'm not happy about this. I knew that when I told the guy, "Can you set it back the way it was?" He said, "Yeah." And then he disappeared. And then I got another guy. After I was finished with my exam, he had to reset it. So he don't know what the other guy clicked. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this while we're here. I apologize for that. Everything seems to be clicked. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad because now I wanted to share that stuff with you guys, but it's not working. It's not working. So let me get back to your chats because you guys are awesome. Thanks, Diane, for coming back. Hey, Amy, thanks for coming back. Diane, Amy, Fairy Dust. Okay, we're live. Hildy, all right. Let's see. I go do something with my hair, come back. You were gone. Sorry. I'm like I said, I had an exam and they blocked everything on my computer. And now it's different. Can you fix it in Chrome? I'm in Chrome. Sisters, oh my God. I cannot believe this spelling. Yeah, get on it, girl. Okay, I'm back. Laugh out loud. I didn't work. It didn't work. Still dancing. Good. Yeah, still dancing. It won't let me screen share. It won't let me screen share. And my security cameras are going off here. Oh, let me try something here. You might be able to see the picture of the car in my security cameras. Let me see if I can get that to work. Here we go. There's the car in my security camera. It's not a great picture, but it's a little Ford Fiesta. It's parked at my prop where I'm at, where I normally, park my RV. It's there. I got to turn off the security cameras because they keep telling me cars are driving by. I got to turn that off. All right, let me get back here to the chat. I finally got all my distaste and me. I don't know what that is. Hello, Fairy Dust. Take your time. Thank you. Can you fix it in Chrome? Sisters, oh my God, I can't believe this. I already read that. Oh my God, I'm back. Laugh out loud. I didn't work. Still dancing. You should never give someone access to your computer. Yes, but I had to take an exam. I didn't have a choice. Your car, yes. Hello, Annalyn. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming in and saying hello. I appreciate you very much for coming in and saying hello to my live stream. Thank you. And Anna, where are you at, Annalyn? Where are you at? Are you in China or are you in the Philippines? I'm assuming you're not in the Philippines. I would totally be making them undo what they did. Yeah, now I'm like can't screen share. It's kind of a very significant problem here because now it won't screen share. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's working. Let's see. I think it was working. It looked like it was working. Wait a second. I saw it there. It's there. And now it's saying you still don't have permission. Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. Follow these steps. I click on these steps. On your Mac, click the Apple logo to the top left. Then click System Preferences and Security and Privacy. Click Privacy. Click Screen Recording. Check the box next to your browser. You may need to click the lock icon at the bottom left to enter your password. Yes. I already did that on privacy. I already did that. Let's see what I might be missing. If the box is already checked, uncheck it and then check it again. If you see the message like this, click later. Oh, okay. Let me do that. Let me do that. Let's do that. Let me say hi to you guys in the chat again. Am I totally be making them undo? Yes, I understand. Hi, Annalyn. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you so much. Hello, everyone. I'm typing through my phone. I'm not tagging everyone. Thank you, Kenneth. Share the live on Facebook. Thank you so much, Kenneth. And Tommy says hello to Annalyn and Kenneth. And then we got hello, everyone. Annalyn says hello. Where are you at, Annalyn? Where are you broadcasting from? Where are you living at? All right, now I'm going to go back to my settings again and try this one more time. Security and privacy. And then we're going to go to screen recording. I got to type in my password. Okay. Mercy. All right, that's done. Unclick, quit, reopen. One, two. All right, we're back. Oops is right. So I'm restarting it. I'm going to try it one more time. Okay, it says later. Click later. Okay, we're there. Let's try this now. I hope I got it now. Screen sharing. Windows. There it is. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody, for for me following instructions. I followed instructions and it worked.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I am here at Jonathan Dickinson State Park, and I just want to show you my campsite. So it's the next day, and I sat by the campfire last night, had a good time with my family, and we did marshmallows. It was great. And now I want to show you the campsite.
So wait, it worked. All right, let me change to a different photo or picture or video. Let me take this down. This was a park we went to on the beach, and it was beautiful. Let me share that with you. This is the park where you walk up and go to the beach. Look at this playground covered by shade. Very beautiful, with barbecue grills, picnic tables, trash can, all under the shade. Beautiful. This is going to be a video in probably 4 months because I never seem to catch up. So here we go into the beach. This is Jupiter Beach. Jupiter Beach. Beautiful. Then here's another one where I slowed it down quite a bit. Is that a beautiful beach or what? Here I am. I'm getting footage for my next editing project. Well, for this editing project of my visit.
I've caught a few at Pompano. I paid for a dock.
All right. Yeah, this is just deep. It's deeper water. Fairy dust. The water is deeper, so it looks bluer. When it's shallow, it looks really clear. Let me pull up something else. When we got to the base of the lighthouse, they counted off a number of people that could go with the lighthouse at one time, and they gave you a little colored dot. So only that color was allowed at the lighthouse at one time. So we had to let these people go and enjoy the lighthouse while we waited in this nice shady area till they were done. There's my sister. There's my other sister. There's my brother-in-law. This beautiful shady area, places to sit, very nice. Now here we are going to the lighthouse.
Are we there yet?
Very nice. And then we got to go up the steps.
On the inside angle, it's short. It's a short area.
Yay! We made it. Mm. Beautiful. So beautiful. And if you look here, see where the boats are going? They're not going in the ocean. They're going to the international waterway, the coastal, international, intercoastal, the intercoastal waterway that runs up the east coast of Florida and the United States. And it's like a river that runs parallel to the coast. So they don't have to deal with the big waves, ocean currents that are strong. They're sheltered. And that's what these boats are doing. It's a traffic highway for boats.
Oh yeah, that was my sister's. They look pretty trash.
My sister dropped her sunglasses in the steps and they broke. So this is looking toward the mainland, and then here's a inlet. This is the inlet, and the lighthouse marks the inlet. And here's is the motorized light that makes the light turn around. Cool. After the lighthouse, we went down to the inlet area to look at the boats coming by. Oh, this was last night. This was an owl. Can you see the owl? That is an owl right there in the middle, right on that branch. Pretty big owl. Very big. There's where my sister said, stand in front of the palm tree, take a picture. Okay. Here's one without a hat and one with a hat. They're building some kind of building here. There's my sister and their friend. We're in front of the lighthouse. There they are again. They're world famous. Look, I'm almost as tall as the lighthouse. That makes me tall. Oh, look at my hair. I can't believe I'm letting you look at my hair so messy. And look at me. No shave. I'm not shaving. I'm all rough. I'll shave on Sunday. How about that? Before I go back to work. And look at my hat. It's the world famous Bahia Honda in the Florida Keys. Oh, yeah. Look at the light above my head from the lighthouse. And these are all still photographs. The other ones were videos. Group photo. There's my sister's friend, my sister, and then her husband. All right, I guess that's it. Is the lighthouse on the way to St. Augustine or completely different? Well, there's many lighthouses in Florida. Lighthouse in Jupiter, which is near Miami, not near, but closer to Miami. Then you have Sebastian Inlet. You have Cape Canaveral, Port Canaveral, they all have lighthouses. You have Ponce Inlet, which is in New Smyrna. You also have Anastasia State Park or Sebastian Lighthouse. So the St. Augustine Lighthouse is in St. Augustine. So it's on the way. It's not a big deal. These are all different lighthouses for up the eastern coast to protect boats from running aground. Rosemary in Calgary, thank you for coming back and saying hello. That's a nice view. Yes, I enjoyed it. That looks beautiful. Yes. Sorry, and Annalyn, sorry that I left. Sorry. Hello there, sir. It's almost 12 a.m. here. I need to sleep. Good night. Nice. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you, Annalyn. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Sleep well. I didn't take any pictures from Joshua and Slabs. This was more of kicking it behind the scenes. Gotcha. Yeah, but the YouTuber, the creator, is always taking pictures. Always. I really didn't feel like taking many pictures. But when you're in such a beautiful place, you just want to remember it, so you take a photo. Totally understand fairy dust. Yep, I do. But like I took off yesterday to come here. I didn't feel like taking any video, but I said, I'm going to do it because I'm surely going to want to edit something and have something from this trip. So I shot some highway footage. I didn't do a real introduction. I'm going to change my introductions to a different format. So I'm not going, hey, everybody, it's Robert with RV Weekends. We're about to head out to St. Augustine. So I'm changing that type of doing it, that way of doing it. So I'm going to do something else, which I could show you. I believe I could show you what it is. Which it was a recommendation from somebody else. I don't know if it was Megan from Going Green Mom or another person had recommended. I don't remember their name. To do like snidbits from the video up front without an introduction. Those clips will entice you to stay for the video. And I think I did it with the Anastasia or St. Augustine Lighthouse video I put out there on Tuesday. Let me see. Let me see what I can pull up. Actually, let's go here. Sorry. Let's go here. I got distracted there for a moment. Pardon me. Let me go to my channel here. Yes, here. Let's get that rolling. Stop. Go to the beginning. Share screen. Stop sharing the screen that I'm sharing. Share a new screen. Sorry, I'm talking out loud, but that's kind of comforts me when I'm trying to do something that takes a little bit of motor skills. All right. So here's kind of I think this is,
and we're going to pack up.
Yeah, this is the new format to start my videos.
And we're going to pack up and head out. What up? Laying on the beach. I'm taking the back way to the lighthouse. I'm on top of the lighthouse.
So that's kind of what I'm talking about right there. I'm going to start doing that from now on. Do like little clips of the video that's coming up to kind of make you want to watch it because hopefully it's interesting. I don't know. I'm not a professional. It's okay. Oh, okay. From this moment on, I will start taping. You don't have to tape everything. You just want to tape something. So you have a memory. Your videos don't have to be long. They can be a minute. They can be 2 minutes. Whatever footage you can get, something, and then the less video footage you have, the less editing you have to do, the quicker you can get the video done, and the shorter it is, so people will want to watch it when it's short. That's just a thought, you know. So I'm going to start doing that, and I'm working on part 2 of the Anastasia / St. Augustine trip. Pardon me. Whew. That was a yawn. I'm sleepy. I stayed up late partying last night. We partied last night. Let me see if I got any photos from that. Let me see here. Let me go back to my photos. I don't see it. I don't think I got it off my phone, so let me try getting it off my phone right now. I know I took a couple pictures of the fire, but I do not see them here. Puzzling. Let me try another again. Oh, I know what I did. I didn't save the pictures. I took some pictures, but I didn't save them. So I don't have any from last night. So my fault. So that's that. So what do you guys want to do? Here's the thing. Bought a Jackery and had it full charge. So when I saw my cell phone going low, I connected the jack, and after a couple hours, no charge was going on. Phone battery issues or Jackery issues, Fairy Dust. Did you have that portion of it turned on? I used a 110 plug, then I used a 12 volt, then I used a USB. One then gave me a charge. Okay. What's going on, Rubes Fanatic Blogs? How are you doing? We're pretty wound down from the live, but you're welcome to come up on the live with me if you'd like to talk. Totally. I'm always looking for people to come up and hang out. So there is the link if anybody wants to come up. If nobody comes up, I'll just shut it down because, it's going on. We're going on probably an hour or so at least. I don't know how long the other live went, but I jumped over here. Bam, there it is. You want to come up on screen and hang out? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming over. Rubes Fanatic Blogs. Nice to see you. Where are you at? Are you in the Philippines? Thank you for coming over. What time is it there? Is it 5 a.m. in the Philippines, right? I know it is. I know it's 5 a.m. in the Philippines. So if you're there, it's early. From the ones I have seen, there are sort of different sections and made that side. All right, we have a friend. Hello, what's going on, Hilda?
Oh, nothing much.
Oh, why not?
I'm just sitting here relaxing.
Good.
I hear an echo.
I know. As soon as you came up, I heard an echo. Watch. Let me try this. I'm going to mute you, see what happens. How about you talk? Let's test it again.
Test.
No echo anymore. Do you still hear it?
No.
You don't? Yeah, it went away. I don't know why it went away, but it went away. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. The weather's been weird, but I'm doing fine.
Tell us again where you're at.
El Paso, Texas.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, I'm in the desert.
You're in the desert. Okay. I'm responding to someone in the chat. Rubes Fanatic Blog says, I'm here in Tunisia. I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know where that is, but if you're 2 p.m., you're close to my time. No, you're ahead by 5 hours.
I'm at 3 o'clock in the
So,
afternoon.
so that would put you in Europe. Are you in Europe? 10 p.m. That would put you in Europe, I think. Hello, co-host. That's Rube's Fanatic saying hello to you, Hilda.
Hello.
It's Ron Darrell Adventures, the all-nighter dude, every nighter dude, all night, every night dude. So she's in North Africa. Welcome.
Wow.
Welcome to the United States of America on YouTube. I'm in Florida and Hilda is in Texas. And
Yep.
Megan is Going Green Mom. She's in Indiana. Fairy Dust, she is in Southern California. Who else we got? We got Tommy. Tommy, remind us of where you're at, mid-country, mid-U.S. I forgot where you're at already, even though I sent you bumper stickers. Sorry. Let's see here.
Oh, in 2 months, I will be on the coast
Which coast?
towards
Hey, Ford man.
California. Towards California.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. That'll be fun.
I'm going to go visit some friends
Cool.
and family.
Sweet. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad you're going and having a good time.
Well, first I got to get my new car.
Nice. What kind of car are you gonna get?
It's a 1969
What?
Mustang.
What?
A 1969 Mustang.
What are you doing with the 1969 Mustang?
It was given to me as a gift.
And you're gonna drive it around long distance?
From here to California, because it's
kind of
going
motor?
with me.
What kind of motor you got? A 302 in that?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it yet.
351,
I'm getting it shipped from where it's at to here.
289. Wow, that's awesome to hear. What do you think
Hey,
of
I
that?
like classics.
What do you think of that, Ford man?
That's right up my alley.
That's what I'm saying. 69 Mustang. I love that year style, that body style.
I'm not leaving it here. I'm taking it with me.
Is it a fastback or is it a trunk Mustang? Do you remember? Does it have a hatchback or does it have a trunk? Hilda?
Hey, Ron Darrell.
Okay.
Sorry, a jet went over. So.
Oh, okay. You muted. Thank you.
It's a hatchback.
So you got a fastback Mustang.
Or, wait a minute. I think it has it has a trunk. Sorry, it has a trunk.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I like them all. They all look good. I like those. But the Mach 1 Mustangs, when they came out, they were just very nice looking with a wing on the back.
You've seen those Mustangs in that movie Fast and Furious, right?
No, I don't watch Fast and Furious. Never have. I never liked that type of movie. But I know what you're talking about.
It's like one of the cars in it. And I hear the echoing again.
All right, I'm going to put on my headset.
Hi, Kenny.
Hey.
Yay.
Okay, right. I don't hear it no more.
At least the 69, you ain't got to deal with all that computer sensor stuff. And
hey, I like old cars. I like old cars better than I do electronics.
And it's carbureted, not fuel injected.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably got either I would say more than likely, I'd say you probably got the 302 in it, which is a V8. I would say you probably more than likely probably might have a two barrel carburetor in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does. I'm gonna have to ask him again.
Right. Yeah, because they had several engines that went in the Ford Mustang, including a 6-cylinder, and then later on they did 4 cylinders, which boggled my mind. But they had a turbocharged 4 cylinder. I had a turbocharged 4 cylinder.
Well, it's a step down from a truck, but I like my classics.
Yeah, I once owned a 1963 Chrysler New Yorker with a 413 cubic inch motor with a stock 4-barrel on it with a push button gear shifter and a square steering wheel.
And that was back when the car was made. It was made out of metal back then.
It was made out of metal, and it was incredibly heavy but incredibly powerful engine.
I'd rather have a metal car than these plastic ones.
Amen to that.
Let's see.
My pickup I had saved my neck.
Ron Darrell's saying a 292, 351, or a 390. Okay. I was thinking 302 or a 351 Windsor or Cleveland, something like that. I didn't know when they stopped making, not stopped making, but when did they stop putting a 289 in a Mustang? I don't know, because that was a good motor. One of these motors. Okay. Megan says the first car I owned was a 1948 Chevy pickup, but I quickly found restoring a truck was more expensive than chores. Yep. Yes.
Well, my friend restored the car. He restored everything.
Nice.
I just got to come up with the money to get it here.
The negative about those is they don't have overdrive for the interstate driving.
That's okay.
So you have to take it slower.
I like my old cars.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hey, we got another visitor. It's Paul Vines. Hey, Paul Vines. Nice to see you. 292 PL was bad to the bone. Okay. Sweet. Nice to hear. Thanks for coming in, Paul. Appreciate it. I'm looking outside because my sisters came over here and threw some logs for tonight's fire because I'm running low on oak wood. I didn't bring a lot of oak wood. I brought pallet wood, and they don't want to burn marshmallows on pallet wood. They want it on oak wood.
Oh.
Yeah. So for me, pallet wood is easy because I have a lot of it, and it's readily available. And I just threw it in the truck and took off, and I've been so busy, I haven't had time to cut up any firewood. So it is what it is. And I told them, bring a couple pieces of woods, if you want to do marshmallows, because I don't have a lot of oak wood. Yeah. So we're getting ready for tonight. We're going to do some more campfire with some s'mores, marshmallows, chocolate, all kinds of different things. Let me show you one of the options that we have for making s'mores.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Let's see here. All right. Let me get the headphones back on. Here we go. We do Reese Thins for s'mores.
Ooh.
Really thin, not too much chocolate, not too much peanut butter. Then we have deluxe graham crackers, fudge covered graham crackers.
Oh, that looks so good.
Then we had
multitasking.
Yeah, then we had some other chocolate covered cookies. I forget what they were called, but anyway, delicious. We did some last night. Stayed up really late. And let's see what Ron's saying. He had a 69 GTO 400. It would eat Mustangs. Well, it's a 400, and they have posi traction, right, in that GT. And it had a 4-speed, right? That's 69, I would assume. You had a 4-speed. And what about the 422s? How did they perform? The 422s. I think that's what they were called. But anyway, cool. Sharing that. Robert, you shouldn't be burning the marshmallows. First, it is peep season, and second, they shouldn't be burnt, just melted to golden brown. I didn't burn them. I had a great marshmallow last night. I don't burn my marshmallows. You just sold a 69 Torino. My sister had a Grand Torino. I don't remember the year, but it just like the Starsky and Hutch body
Oh,
style.
I remember that.
She had an all white Gran Torino, beautiful car. She put some aluminum adapters, lug adapters for mag wheels on it. Looked really sharp. So, and my other sister had a Mustang 2. That was a beautiful little car. She had also had a 340 Duster. I don't remember the year of that Duster, but it was the original lime green with the black stripe down the side saying 340 Mustang. It was not. It was a Duster, Plymouth Duster. I'm sorry, not a Mustang, a Duster. Paul says 74-ish. Okay. My mom had a 1980 Z28 Camaro air induction with T-tops. Beautiful car. I actually helped her pick it out. She said, "Come with me, Robert. We're going to go car shopping." And you know something about cars, so you come with me. And she said, "We're going to test drive them. You test drive them. You tell me which one to get." So she went. We test drove a 300 Nissan ZX. It was like 1980 something. And we drove also a Trans Am with the 400. And then we drove a Z28. And when I drove them all three, I went easy. Camaro, smoked them all. Camaro had so much off the line power and speed. It was a no-brainer.
Wow.
Let's see here. Paul says, I like that early mid-'80s Grand National. Yes, I remember the Grand National. Cutlass Supreme, the fastest production car in the U.S. at the time. And the Monte Carlo. Yes, that Monte Carlo with that new body style came out. Yeah, that was pretty slick. I didn't like the style, but it was a performance car. But that Grand National, what was that, a turbocharged V6? That was a fast car. I believe it was a turbocharged V6. So there you go.
I know Paul Vines and several others said they really liked that. They really liked that 76 GMC truck we had and brought to the meetup this past weekend.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
And believe it or not, we actually got 18.5 miles to the gallon out of it.
Wow.
What?
Out of a 4-barrel carburetor on it.
What size is that motor?
350.
Wow.
5.7 liter.
Wow. Wow.
That's
That's
what I
pretty
said.
good.
Wow.
That thing can take off like a scalded dog, man.
Don't be scalding no dogs now. Don't.
It's not really a 4-barrel carburetor is really not that bad on gas as long as you don't open all 4 barrels on it.
Right. Well, yeah, it's a progressive carburetor.
But now if you open all 4 barrels on that carburetor, that thing's gonna be sucking gas like sucking through a straw.
Oh yeah, that's like the Trans Am's. That Pontiac 400 was just a gas guzzler. Didn't have a lot of power, but it was a gas guzzler. But I owned I had my parents had I think it was a 73 Chevy pickup that we went camping in. He put a camper topper on it, but then he put a pop-up that we pull. And it was a 3-speed on the column, shifting on the column. And he went ahead and put the shifter on the floor, and it never shifted the same after that. It was always a problem after he did that conversion to the floorboard. But it was a good truck.
Mm-hmm.
It's also got a 350 automatic with turbo.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think take off. I think can. He can get up to 85, 90 mile an hour in no time.
Right,
That
right.
thing's got some power to get up and go.
Here's Paul Vine says 3 on the tree. That's right. Right on the column, shifting. I bet you. Did you ever seen those before, Kenny?
What's that?
Shifting on the column.
3 on the tree? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
I had a car like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in high school, my dad bought me a car. The shifter was on the floor, but he changed it to it was on the steering wheel, but I was having problems, so he put it on the floor for me.
It's crazy to think about right now, having a shifter on the column. Like
Mhm.
a one thing to have an automatic, but to have a linkage going up into your steering column, something else.
Oh, yeah.
So Megan says, I'm glad my son suggested trading cars to save on gas. I laugh out loud. The Kia is getting 16, 19 miles to the gallon right now. My car gets 36. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey there, my backyard science. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming
And
in. I
my
appreciate
backyard
you.
science.
He said my first car was a 71 Cutlass Supreme 354 barrel, got 10 miles to the gallon, I presume, on the highway. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Yep. Cutlass. Definitely. Yep. My dad had a Plymouth Fury. I don't know what motor was in it. I don't know if it was a 318 or larger. I want to say it was probably larger than a 318 because I had a Dodge Cornet, not the Charger style body, but the Dodge Cornet, the more modern style body, looked like a police car, and it had a 318 in it, and it was not very fast, but it was fun to do burnouts with.
Yeah.
And it was blue and it looked like a cop car.
Wow.
Megan says the first one I actually drove was an 87 Dodge Shadow 5-speed manual. I miss it. My youngest wants to get a manual truck. Hey, they're fun.
And I love the sound of that straight pipe on that truck as well. It's got straight pipe.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You.
Christine.
Yeah.
Paul says Christine from the movie Christine was about a car that had a mind of its own kind of thing.
Yep.
And it was a Plymouth Fury. Yeah, my dad had a Plymouth Fury, and I think they had a Fury 2 or something like that. I really liked it because the hood or the fenders on the front of the vehicle, they had these little kind of a pointed over the headlights. It looked pretty cool.
I remember those.
And it was like a not quite a forest green, but almost a forest green color, a more duller green. It was a pretty fast car. I remember my dad putting me on his lap and he was driving down the road. And that's when the steering wheels were like this. When you were driving straight, you had to do this when you drive straight.
Oh, yeah.
And nowadays the cars are so tight, you don't do that.
Nope.
No.
But yeah, and the van we got, it's got a 302 in it, so it's got that 302. It's got that 5.0 liter in it. The 8540 line van. It's got a 2-barrel carburetor on it.
Good motor.
Well, what I like about the 350 and the 302, they're all cast iron, not no aluminum.
Right.
Because you get you get an aluminum engine hot, you're pretty much done.
Oh yeah, you warp it all up.
Yeah, you're gonna either crack a head. You're either gonna crack a head or you're gonna crack the block one of the two, or both.
Yeah, you could warp a head real fast if you get aluminum head hot.
Yep.
Let's see. Backyard Science says, laugh out loud. My friend's dad had a Green Fury as well. It had a huge engine, 400, I think. We wrecked it, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't remember the engine. I was really young. I'm really young. Like I said, I sat on my dad's lap, put me in there. He's driving down the highway with me in there, and I'm like, got my hands on the wheel like I'm doing something. That was kind of cool, and it was a nice looking car. Nice looking car. And he had an MG. He actually originally had an MG midget convertible when he met my mother. So he was into those little sports cars, but he never got past the MG. He eventually sold it and became a family man, I guess. We had a VW bus camper that popped up, and like I said, we got the Chevy pickup truck, and we put a topper on that, and then he was pulling the pop-up camper with that, and we went camping from Florida. We went up in the Tennessee mountains, the Grandfather Mountain and Smoky Mountains, and we camped up in the mountains. It was beautiful in the middle of summer. It was cool in the mountain territory, so it wasn't hot. We went over to Chattanooga and Atlanta to Stone Mountain, and then we did Six Flags over Georgia, and we went over to Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, and came down the East Coast to Jekyll Island, and on down, enjoying the East Coast of the continental U.S. And we went to the Florida Keys, camping in the Florida Keys as kids. So that's kind of how I got the camping bug and got into the Florida Keys, and never look back and just love it.
I grew up camping, going in New Mexico to the lakes and different places, like in South Dakota when I went to visit my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Different places. That's how I wanted to travel all the time, going to lakes and the Grand Canyon, the different places we went to growing up. And when
Right.
we were young, for education, my parents in the summer used to take us to different Indian reservations to learn about the Indians, how
Yeah.
they came here, how long they've been here, and everything. And I learned a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it was like ever since then, it's like I just want to go, go, go.
Mm. Yeah. We went to Ruby Falls I think it was in Tennessee. I don't remember exactly where it was. Ruby Falls, Rock City, and places, tourist attractions south of the border, all those kinds of places along the roadside, and
Yeah.
it was fun. I remember going to off the beaten path campgrounds that had nobody there. It was just
Yeah.
like pick a site and pay us later. And I remember going to this one campground that was on a lake. And while, my parents were parking the camper and setting up the camper, us kids, we ran off to go play. And we went, oh, look, there's water. Let's go over to the water. Then when we went to the water, there was like a John boat, or I remember some kind of John boat or paddle boat laying upside down along the water's edge, and we jumped on the boat while it was upside down and started playing on the boat. And all of a sudden, a bunch of bees came out from underneath the boat and started attacking us. And we started running. We had to run away from the bees and get in the camper, and there were still bees in the camper. It was so crazy. I remember that. Just remember those memories,
Yeah, oh yeah. I remember, where was it? We were at one campground, and we didn't know there were snapping turtles in the water. So we went swimming at the lake, and all of a sudden you hear my sister screaming because she got bit by a turtle.
Yeah.
And there was no signs posted. There was nothing.
What happened to her?
And the guy said that, the ranger said that that's unusual. We've never had snapping turtles here before. He thinks that somebody brought them.
Wow.
And it was like we couldn't go swimming anymore.
Wow. Yeah, we have them here in Florida, but typically they're busy feeding, and staying on the bottom, but
Yeah.
they can get large here in Florida. We got them all. We got lots of water here in Florida, so you know, I tend to stay out of the water unless I'm doing like a spring or the beach.
Yeah. Well,
This,
this was a spring at the lake. It was off from the lake a little bit.
yeah,
It
they're
was a
there,
spring.
but what I mean is I can see in the water in a spring.
Yeah.
You know, if there's a turtle nearby or something, I can see it. But there, as you travel down some springs, and depending on the amount of waterfall or how frequent or the last rain was, will dictate how clear the water is because of the runoff as it dumps into the spring. So I love springs; they're beautiful, and I love the ocean when it's not too rough.
Me, I'll go to the ocean, but I'll stay on the beach. I won't go in the ocean.
Yeah, I enjoy the beach. I love surfing or body surfing, and that's fun.
Oh, I used to collect when I was in, what was it, Myrtle Beach? Yeah,
Mm.
Myrtle Beach. I collected a bunch of seashells and shark's teeth on the
Yeah.
beach.
Whoa. Oh.
Sounds like you're getting tired.
Oh, I've been partying late, staying up late. I've been doing my
I've been
RV
good.
chaining.
I've been good. I've been going to bed at 10 o'clock.
Good for you. Well, I have somebody I've been talking to. I have a female girlfriend I've been talking to. It's a long distance thing and hoping that'll work out. And just taking it slowly. So I've been talking to her, and I'm letting her know as time goes on. I don't do long distance relationships. It's got to be a relationship to where somebody's got to leave to come to you, kind of thing. Either I go to you, or you come to me, or we meet somewhere in the middle. Because I'm not going to go too long with this talking on the
Mhm.
internet. We got to make things move because I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah, I know. Life is too short.
So she
Every
seems
day
like
it gets shorter.
she seems like a sweetheart, and I'm real excited about it. But again, you're just talking on a screen like we're talking. I'm like, we need to make the rubber hit the road to where, you know, to
That I
where
can
you're,
understand.
yeah, you have to be working on it, learning about the person, dealing with day to day things, whatever it be, going out on a date or going to dinner or going to a park or going kayaking or doing something to where you learn about that person.
Why do you think I'm going to the coast?
I don't know.
It's
You,
because of a certain gentleman.
oh, congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Me too.
Yay! Hilda's.
Finally, I get some happiness in my life.
I hope it works out well for you.
So do I.
Yeah. Hilda, sitting in a tree. KISSING.
God, I haven't heard that since
Woo!
I was in elementary.
That's right. Yeah. So, I'm talking to her and we're having a good time. And it's hard to get schedules. There's those windows of time to where she's in China. She's a Filipino, but she's in China. So the time schedule, excuse me, is 12 hours off.
Yeah.
So when it's, let's say, 8 p.m. here, it's 8 a.m. there. So she's getting up for breakfast while, I'm just, winding down a little bit for the night. So that's when we get to talk. And then same thing in the morning when I'm heading off to work, she's getting ready for bed, so to speak. And if I'm free at work, I can call her on Messenger video, which is
Yeah.
so, how convenient is that? Have you ever used Messenger, Facebook Messenger video?
Hmm.
So convenient. It works really
It is.
well.
It
So
is.
it's very efficient. Because she can't use a phone to call out of the area. You can't just call from communist China, you know.
True.
So using the Facebook Messenger is very easy to use, and it's like you don't have to dial the phone. You just
No.
push the little icon on the corner of the screen, and it says camera, and it calls them automatically,
Oh yeah.
which is really convenient. So anyway, when I'm at work and I have a few minutes and it's getting like whatever 8, 9, 10 p.m. her time, but 8, 9, 10 my time, I can talk to her. So that's the only time I really get to talk to her.
I think California, what is behind, or the same
California,
time as us right now.
California's behind us. Yes.
Okay. So
California is
it's
3 hours
convenient.
behind Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, but it's convenient. She's only an hour behind. So
Mm. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Well, it wasn't like I was planning on meeting somebody kind of thing. I mean, I was looking. Don't get me wrong. I was always looking. Um,
yeah, I remember you mentioned it before. You were looking, and now you found someone. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, and again, I've mentioned to her almost every time I talk. Almost. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you on the video screen for very long. You're going to have to make a decision. We're going to have to talk about it and make a decision. How can we meet up? At least we need to meet, hang out for
Hmm.
whatever, a couple days or something, to see if it's something that transitions into something that you want to do for permanent. Because I'm not going to I mean, what good is a long distance relationship? You're not getting the physical touch. You're not getting. You're not holding hands. You're not smelling each other's, body. When you're hugging, you smell them. You smell. You
Yeah.
feel all that. The hormones are raging and all that. You're
Oh
not getting.
yeah.
You're not getting that over the phone or a video chat. So, so that's what I've told her, and I say it in a very caring way, just like I would be talking to you right now. I think you're an amazing person. You're beautiful. You have great qualities. I love your attributes. I love your mannerisms. I love the way you laugh. I love the way you enjoy life. I love the way you have fun. You're not like, oh, my makeup's not just right. I can't talk to you because my makeup's not just right. Or my hair. I mean, she will come right out of the shower with a towel on her head and come talk to me on the screen.
Well, what he likes about me is I'm direct, and he likes that I don't sugarcoat nothing.
Good.
I tell it like it is.
Here,
And
here, Hilda. I'm the
I
same way.
I upset people because of that sometimes.
You
Because
don't
I won't
upset them.
sugarcoat it.
They get upset. You don't upset them. They get
Because
upset.
I said something to a friend one time. I said, no offense, but I don't mean to hurt your feelings. But it's like this: if you're not going to be true to yourself or to other people, you don't need to be around people.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I tell people like it is too. I try to be, polite and but yet be serious that you can't lie to me. Period. You cannot lie. If you tell a lie, then we can't have a relationship. You can't be. It was a little white lie. You can't do that.
Mhm.
You got to be honest. You got to be open. You got to tell me what's on your mind,
Hmm.
because that way we can communicate and understand each other. If I say something rude, you need to correct me and say, "Excuse me, that was rude what you just said. And that was not nice." And I
True.
don't appreciate that. That's disrespecting. We have to be able to say those things and not feel like they're going to just walk out.
Yep. Oh, I've bitten my tongue a lot of times. There's things people say, and I want to say something, but I bite my tongue because they won't like what I have to say. And
Hmm.
then I tell people I don't care what they think about me. If they don't like the way I look or who I am, they don't have to come
You
around.
well, you're funny looking, that's for sure.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Kenny, you was gonna say something. I'm just kidding.
No, I agree. I agree with y'all. I'm one of these that wants to find somebody that is very honest, very trustworthy, and
Because that's the key, Ken, is
uh,
trust. That's the key,
and
trust
I'm
and
one of these
communication.
that believes in keeping their vows, living up to their vows, for
Hmm.
better, for worse, for sickness and health,
Hmm.
so on until death do ye part.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the type of relationship that I would love to be able to find.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if she went to her church and I went to mine, because I know people personally that are married couples, and the husband goes to one church, the
Mm-hmm.
wife goes to another. I mean, you know, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But because but you know, I'd
You
say
know,
I'll find somebody eventually.
when I hear you say that, it makes me think about age. Age is a major factor in my observation of that situation. If you're young, it's a very difficult thing to go to separate churches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're young, you really, in my opinion, you should find a church to go to together somehow. That's just
Mhm.
my opinion. When you're old, you're done. It doesn't matter. You're not going to change people. And if we're mature, we can overlook so many things that are flaws in the other person because
Mm-hmm.
we are more mature. We don't nitpick the little stupid stuff, and we enjoy the other's company for the quality that they bring to the relationship.
Yep.
So those little things, they aren't important when you're old, like me and Hilda. You know, we're getting old. And those little things are not worth going, I'm not going to hang out with you because you believe this or that. It's more like you do what you do in your worship or whatever you do again. And I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying when you're older, the pickings are slimmer when you're older for finding somebody. The older you get, the harder it is to find somebody. And you have to put up with a little more because the older you get, the more set in your ways you get.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been set in any ways. I just go with the flow.
Well, you'll know it when you see it. When somebody does something a certain way and you're like, I can't, yeah. And it's not going to, I'm not talking about something you can overlook. I'm talking about something you can overlook and you have to actually learn how to
Yeah.
overlook it. You
Yeah,
know,
I've been there. I know.
you know, whether they throw their underwear up on the bed that's dirty, you know, something like that, or they leave the toothpaste open and make a big mess in the kitchen or whatever it is, you know, something that would annoy the heck out of you. And you have to learn how to
Well, I
go,
had an ex-husband that used to annoy me. And
well,
I felt more like, instead of a wife, I felt more like a maid.
well, let's not get into that.
Oh
Let's get into who you're seeing now.
yeah, he makes me smile every time we talk.
Well,
And
wait. I do that, Hilda. Come on.
but he does it in a way that
Yeah,
is different.
I understand. I'm just messing with you. Ron Darrell says, "Don't need a wife. I have a dog. He doesn't nag and is always glad to see me." Well, Ron, I am not going to go there. Just not going to go there.
But Kenny, the first thing in that finding someone is the key to it is trust and believing in that person and standing by that person.
Yeah.
Like they stand by you, like that song, Stand By You. Oh, he disappeared. I thought
Yeah,
you were trying to hide from
I'm
us.
not, I just got up for a second and I wanted to push a button, so I just pushed the button. My air conditioner was starting to get cold.
I don't even
So
have mine on.
yeah, well it's 80 plus and humid here in Florida.
Well, it's warm here and it's about in the middle right now, warm and cool.
Ron, more power to you, buddy. I am not living that way. I'm not living with a dog. I'm not doing it. I'm living with hopefully a woman.
Some guys are happy with their animals
There you
and
go. You can
some
do that.
aren't.
I've never been happy being single. Never have. So I like to have someone in my life. So that's where I'm going. And the person I'm talking to, I can, just like you said, Hilda, I say it straight, Taylor, just like it is, and not being rude. I'm saying it in a matter of fact way. This is how I roll.
Yeah.
And I don't put up with lying. I don't put up with drama. And I don't put up with laziness, making excuses. None of that. Because two people, one person makes an excuse and does nothing. Another person has an excuse but does something,
Yeah.
no matter what. So, I used to live with I was married to a woman 19 years who didn't have to work any, but wanted to be lazy. But then when I said, what if I'm lazy like you? What happens to this household if I decide to do your attitude? The bills don't
Mhm.
get paid. If I decide I just want to sit at home and play video games or sit at home and watch TV or sit at home and pet the dog, the bills don't get paid that way. So I can't have the same attitude that you have. Therefore, your attitude is wrong. You need to get off your
True.
duff and go do some work and contribute to the household. It's one thing when your wife is raising your children. That's different. When your children are 20 plus, no need to be at home anymore. You need to go pull your load and help pay the bills.
Mm-hmm. But me, I sit at home because I can't work anymore, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to get out and do things. I can't help it.
Ron says,
Mm.
I love women, but like being single. I understand. Fairy Dust doesn't believe that. Okay. You got to be a little more specific, Fairy Dust, in what you do not believe. Add a little more information because we talk about so many things. And by
Mm-hmm.
the time I look down at your chat, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't believe that.
Kenny, when you find a girl that really likes you, you'll have sweaty palms and you'll be weak at the knees.
Okay.
Be
Fairy
weak
Dust.
at the knees. Mm.
Oh, me, when I first met my ex, I don't know what happened. My knees just got so wobbly and it's like I almost fell to the ground.
Mhm. Well, Fairy Dust
It's
says,
just a thing.
look at when we were younger. It didn't work out then. Otherwise, we'd still be married. It didn't work out for one of us because they
True.
left. I didn't leave. They left.
Mm-hmm.
I may have made mistakes, but I apologize for my mistake. And then they left. I never
Yep.
left. I never left my marriages. They left. So I can
Yep.
guarantee, pardon me, Hilda, I can guarantee the next person that I fall in love with, I'll never leave. I'm not going anywhere. And that's what I can wholeheartedly promise to the next person
Mhm.
that I get in a serious relationship with. And I told this person I'm talking to now, if you and I get married, I'll never leave. I'll always be
Mhm.
there. I might make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to let you down, but I'm going to recover and gain my wits and go, that was stupid. Why did I do that? That was stupid. And then I'm going to ask for your sincere forgiveness.
Mhm.
And then we can both move on and go, he made a mistake, but look at me. I make mistakes too. And he puts up with me. So it's a give and take
Yep.
kind of thing, right? Because we both
Yep.
make mistakes. What kind of world would we live in if we always pounce on people who make mistakes?
True. Because when they leave, it's like you feel like, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't do nothing wrong, and they just leave because they're not happy anymore. So,
Mm-hmm.
on a
Ron said,
good note,
mm-hmm.
you find happiness and
Mm-hmm.
learn from your mistakes.
Well, based on my situation, I have two situations that were very similar. One was a little bit unique, but in both of my marriages, I didn't meet their expectations.
Uh, hmm
I wasn't the man they thought I should be. Two, both marriages, I was not the man they thought I should be. So that's their expectations on me, not loving me for who I am.
Right.
And if they wanted my expectations, if they wanted my behavior to meet their expectations, they needed to help me do it
True.
instead of just going, well, you're not doing this. We have a visitor I would like to say hello to, and I'll get back to Megan's comment. Is Hans World. Hello, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thank you very
Hey,
much for coming in.
The
hey,
young lady,
Eisen's World.
Yes.
the young lady you're seeing, does she watch your YouTube channels?
Not till I met her. She was never watching it before. Um, and what happened was I started go to these Filipino channels because they really are good at helping you grow your channel and getting subscribers. People
Yeah.
they come to your thing and they put a comment and they hit the subscribe button. And then when you go to theirs, you can do the same. Go to whoever's in their live and click on that
Mhm.
icon and who they are and say, hey, I saw you on this person's live, wanted to say
Mhm.
hello. You're not asking for a subscriber. You're just saying, just wanted to say hello and nice to meet you. And then they usually go to your channel and do the same and click and subscribe.
Yep.
So that's usually what happens. So anyway, I was in a live. They do a lot of karaoke in the Philippines, and it's
Oh,
quite
yeah.
fun. They enjoy life. They have a good time. And I went on to a live, and there was people like just like this. There were people up on the panel. There was a woman in there that I thought she was somewhat attractive or whatever, and I liked her mannerisms. She was fun. She wasn't apprehensive. She wasn't reserved and like a little I like somebody who's
Mhm.
outgoing and loud, boisterous, and very outspoken. So
Mhm.
she came across that way, and then so I subscribed to her channel, and then that was that. And then when I went to her channel, she did a live, and when she did the live, she put out the link, and I got on her live with her, just her and I, and we talked the whole live
Mhm.
until the live ended, and she shut it down, and we were backstage talking, and that's how it started. I said, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you more. Can I, you know, talk to you more? Can you give me information so I could talk to you more?" So we got on Facebook Messenger. She's not a friend with me on Facebook, but on Messenger we can talk without being friends. So that's what we did, and that's how it has continued. So no, she wasn't watching my channel before I went on one of the Filipino lives. Let me catch up on the chat. I appreciate you guys interacting on the panel. It's been great, but the chat is heating up. So let me get on that. Megan said, but based on what you just said, if they don't get a job or help pay the bills, that isn't okay. So how does that work? Um, just like I said, that's how it works. I'm not paying all the bills. If you don't have a child at home, you should be contributing. That's the way I see
Okay.
it.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
What if she is like I am?
That's different.
Okay.
That's different. We're not talking about if you have a disability or something. But even if you sit at home, you can make money. You can
Yeah,
make
I
money at
know.
home sitting on your butt. I pulled the load raising two children. Then I got in a blended family and pulled the load. Now I'm old. I need help pulling the load now. That's what I'm saying.
You're not that old.
I am old, meaning physically I can't go and make that kind of money like I used to. And what are you doing when you're at home? When I'm at work, what are you doing? How much work are you doing at home instead of working outside the home? Because if it's
Oh,
just you,
I still get up and clean. I still get up and
mhm,
do things.
okay. But what I'm saying is, if you only have two people in the house, I'm not talking about you have kids in the house. If
Yeah.
you only have
I
two
know.
people in the house, how much dirty is the house going to get besides the normal dust walking through certain? It's not going to get that dirty, and it doesn't take long to do two loads of laundry. Because
True.
if just my clothes and your clothes, it doesn't take that long to do two loads of laundry. So what I'm saying, you're not going to sit at home and surf the web while I'm out working. That's just
Mm,
you're not going to do that, because if you don't work, you don't eat. That's just normal. You should be working to make a living. Now, if you're raising my kids, that's work. That's a lot of work. And you're washing dishes and washing clothes for four or five kids, making meals for four or five kids, washing the house after four or five kids, changing diapers for four or five. That's a lot of work. As a matter of fact, when I
yeah,
come home, I have to help you.
but the thing is, us women look at it different than you guys do.
Mhm.
We look at it as lots of love and care to our family to help and do things for our family. we don't do it as work. It's more like I love my
Absolutely.
family, I love my
Mhm.
kids. I'm going to do this and this and this to make them
Mhm.
happy.
Mhm. Mhm. Let me catch up with Fairy Dust. I'm getting behind already because I got off on Megan's comment, which I'm so far behind now. Fairy Dust says, "Wishing you all the best. When can be loyal, committed, giving 100%? That's me personally, but the other person may not do so. There's no controlling over any of that is at risk.
Mhm.
Sorry, when one can be is what I meant." Okay. I had two bad ones and one great one, so I guess I was lucky. Amy says, I have so many things to say on relationships. I know you do. I know you do, Amy. My heart goes out to you. Hello there, Sam. How are you doing? Sam's from the Philippines. Hello, Sam. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. Sorry that I didn't get to your comment earlier. We were on a topic. Appreciate your patience. Megan says, in my opinion, it takes two people giving 100%. Amen. Expectations are
Mhm.
typically not good in any situation. Amen. Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that.
Yep. I
Bite,
agree.
Amy, biting your tongue. I hear you, Amy. I know you're biting your tongue. I agree, Megan. Expectations can be terrible, especially when one needs permission. I hear that. Really does going green, mom. Let's see here. Absolutely, Ron Darrell. I'm catching up here. Ron Darrell Adventures, especially with what I found out the other night. Oh no. Yeah, we're not gonna go
Uh-oh.
there. Sorry, we're not gonna go there. Sorry. If you want to come up on screen and I shut this live down, you can talk about it, but I don't want to get it out here on the live. Sam says, yeah, it's true. You can earn money in different ways. Yep. Robert, you're digging your own hole. Laugh out loud. Right. I don't care. Robert wants a wife. He's looking for that. I just don't get how far away she is. Stop it, fairy dust. You need to stop that. Being a homemaker is an act of service and can be it is a huge job. I already said that. It is a,
Yep,
I wouldn't,
did.
I did say that. I said, if you got two people, no kids, one's not going to sit at home. Well, one goes out and works. Not going to happen. I already raised my kids. I'm not going to have someone sitting around just going, oh, what a beautiful life I got. How about make a little bit of money? Help out. That's all. You know, you're not going to sit out there. Idle mind brings weird stuff in your brain when you're not, you I'm up, bro. It's okay. I'm listening. No worries, man. Sounded like she was in China. I was just wondering if he realizes that there are two communist countries and a war that will likely keep her from coming here. Yeah. Hey, if that happens, it happens. I'll
That's
have to move.
true.
I'll have to move on. Yeah, I can talk later behind scenes. Okay. I can only imagine. I try to stay out of all that. When I watch
Mhm.
the advertisement for someone's live or someone's story they're about to tell that I know it's going to be filled with drama, I don't go there. I just don't go there. I'm not watching that. I'm not going to watch it. Um, I'm just not going there. I'm not going to go there. So, because people
That's why I
talk
don't
through their teeth.
that's why I don't have a lot of channels on here anymore because of drama.
People
I
talk through their teeth.
Mhm. It's just I can't handle that. I got enough problems in my life. I don't need somebody else's.
We have another visitor,
Oh, we do?
Morrigan Raven Wolf. Hello. Nice to see you. She says, greetings, nomads. Thank you for the greeting. Thank you. Nice to see you here. Thank you for coming in on my live, which is way too long, but I'm here with you guys. You keep coming in. I'll hang out until my siblings show up and want to have a campfire. So Ron says, I got to run before the women start pulling knots on Robert's head.
At
Yep.
least you're having fun with your family.
Yes, I am. And Amy says, yep, people talk through their teeth, act one way in public, and another behind with you. Yes,
Mhm.
I totally can relate to that, Amy. Definitely. They say all the nice things in front of you and your family, and then when they're over there, they talk bad about you. Yep.
Yep.
Anyway, there is no perfect one, but you learn to be good one. Yes, true. Very
Yep.
good, Sam. And act another way when no one else can see. Exactly.
That is true.
The one thing about me, I am not perfect, but I do try to be consistent.
Because no one's perfect in this world.
Hmm. Megan says, laugh out loud. So, if you had stayed married, kids have been raised, etc., retirement happens, you realize taking so many years off means very little to no SS. So, by that standpoint, you wouldn't be okay taking so many years of Social Security. What do you mean by taking off? You mean the woman taking off? I'm not sure I follow what you're saying. I think I know where you're going with that, Megan. But if I had a wife that raised my kids and when they became middle schoolers or teenagers, they went to, if they went to PTA meetings, I don't know, but if they didn't and they started working when my kids were teenagers, because when they come home from school, they don't have to have a babysitter, then they start working. Hey, it's different. If I make all the money in the world and you don't have to work, you still have to contribute to the household somehow. I'm not saying that a woman has to work. What I'm saying is you're not going to sit at home and twiddle your thumbs while I'm out working hard. That's what I'm saying. When you're raising our kids, you need to be there to raise our kids. That's
I
all I'm
used to
saying.
go to PTA meetings. I used to go to dance recitals, Boy Scout meetings. I used to do all of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My ex-husband wouldn't, but I did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting and fun to watch
Mm-hmm.
when your kids are singing or doing stuff for Boy Scouts or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And really, my point revolves around uh, the income to the household.
Hmm.
You know, if I'm barely making enough money to pay the mortgage, to pay the rent, or pay the electric bill, to pay whatever else, and you're not contributing financially and we're struggling, don't you think you would want to help? I would think,
True.
you know, because it could be the other. What happens if I can, if what happens if I can't work? What do you do then? It would just no income, or will you get up and go help? I'm sure you would get up and help.
Yeah.
You should be helping raise the kids too. Just saying, I do help raise the kids. I didn't say I didn't help. I'm at
What
work.
he's saying is you help make them, you help take care of 'em.
Well, yeah. Who do you think? Who do you think teaches them how to do things outside? Who do
Yeah.
you think? Who do you think tells them how to play some sport or run the skill saw, run the lawnmower, run the chainsaw, run the weed whacker, work on the truck, work on your bicycle, work on the mini bike? Who does that? Mama don't do that. So I'm not
I
saying
did. I
I know,
did.
but you ladies are taking it as if I don't help raise the kids. When did I ever say I'm not touching the kids?
No, there's a lot of men out there that help raise kids, and then there's some that don't.
Yeah. When my ex took my kids from me, I visited on Wednesdays. I've took them on the other every other weekend. I did those things.
Hmm.
And I paid child support till they got out of till they turned 18. I paid child support. I paid about $80,000 in child support,
You're one of the good guys.
you know. It stuck it to she stuck it to me paying that child support. Now they deserve the money, don't get me wrong, but the day that I started paying child support, she went out and bought a brand new car.
I never did that.
Robert, question. So if she is the one you wanted, how are you going to make her work? Can she get a transfer? I don't know, Fairy does. You need to back off. Calm down. Calm down.
She's picking on you
Yeah.
bad.
Hey, if she comes over here, she's going to work. I already told her that. There's plenty of jobs. I told her that. There's plenty of jobs here. And if you can speak English, you got a job.
Hmm.
Even if you can't speak English, you got a job.
Yep.
Sam says, we're same, bro. I've been a single father for 7 years, but I am totally content with my own way. I always put my problem unto God. I hear you. I hear you. I'm looking at making sure I'm not missing something on my family's because they text me when they want to do something. I may have helped my son check on brakes the other day. Congratulations. Anyway, you guys are saying I'm not going to help my family or help my kids when I get off work. Of course, I'm going to help my kids when I get off work because how's the lawn going to get mowed unless I do it? How's the refrigerator or whatever that breaks going to get fixed unless I fix it? What if the roof leaks or what if the door falls off its hinges? I'll fix that, and I'll show my kids how to fix it. Get in here. Let me show you how to do that. Yeah, I love kids. I love kids. That's why I had them, because I love kids.
My ex-husband wasn't around much, so I ended up doing things for myself. That's how I learned.
Wait, Golden Green Mom. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's how I taught my kids. If your partner's busy or can't be around, learn to do it yourself. And that's the way I did it.
And Golden Green Mom, Megan says, exactly. It isn't likely she will be allowed to work anyway. Why wouldn't she be allowed to work? You would think our country would want her to work, right? To contribute to society and pay taxes, not to be a welfare person.
True. Because they're trying to wing people off of it.
Okay, it depends on the visa. Well, I'll give you that. I'm ignorant in that.
Well, there's different kinds of visas.
Wouldn't you think if I married her, they would say, yeah, get a job?
Yeah. If you married her, she would get a job, and they can't say anything.
I don't know that. I'm just assuming. Hey, I've been single for over a year now. And
you're just a baby.
I've been single for over a year now, and it's just weird how these women are that I seem to be finding. Not all. Again, not all. What's up, Jeffrey? What's going on? The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. How are you?
I've been single since 2005.
Yeah, well, some people are okay with it. Some people aren't.
I wasn't. I was trying to find happiness, and everybody kept telling me, it takes time. It takes time. You'll get there.
Well, with Amy says, yeah, it depends on the visa. She has to be able to have I-9, Social Security number, and proper documentation. Okay. What if I start a business and she works for me under the table? Ha I need a secretary, right?
True.
I need a receptionist. I don't mean secretary, but a receptionist, an accountant, a bookkeeper. Yeah. I need all that. Just saying. You guys are something else. I'm not saying this about you, Amy, but I hear Fairy Dust and Megan. I hear what you're saying. Exactly, Amy. And marriage visas don't give right to work immediately. I've told multiple people that they have to have the right documents to work. Okay, we'll make it work under the table then. You're just not going to sit at home and twiddle your thumbs while I go out and work. That's not fair. That's just what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Do you think, what if the roles were reversed? Hello? What if the roles were reversed? You were working hard. You were making all the money. And I'm sitting at home going, man, what's on YouTube? I think I'll play zombies or something I'll play that till my husband or till my wife comes home. She's the breadwinner. I'll just sit at home and make sure the house is swept and mop the floor. Oh, I mopped it yesterday. I'll mop it again today. Oh, I washed your clothes yesterday. I'll wash them again today. 2 pairs of underwear and a pair of socks and a shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I do my laundry once every 2 weeks, and it takes me about 2 hours to do it. That's it for me. And I'm talking a big load because it's 2 weeks worth of laundry. So yeah. I'm not saying housework isn't time consuming, but I do it. I clean my place. I've cleaned houses before when I was single. I had a house by myself. I cleaned that house. So don't act like I don't know how to do that and don't know what it takes to keep a house clean. I mopped the floor this last weekend. It needs to be mopped again. It's not extremely bad, but I consider myself a pretty clean person. You don't see dirty dishes here. I don't have bugs crawling around because I leave food out all day and all night and all day, multiple days. So I clean my place. So I'm not perfect, but yeah, I contribute to my household. I clean dishes. I have no problem washing clothes, mopping floors. I love it. Megan says, in my experience, people were waiting 6 months to a year to get the right number on the card. Oh, that's okay. You're going, as long as you're moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
And Megan says, just to clarify, since it came up earlier, immigrants at least used to not be allowed to use welfare programs. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But
It depends on where you're at
okay.
because it's different here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, she says it used to be. They used to be. So things have changed now,
Mm-hmm.
which is a whole nother topic. We're not going to go there. We're
True.
not going to go there. Hey, but I appreciate everybody having some input because that makes it for an interesting live.
It always does.
I felt like I had a really good live on Tuesday. The last Tuesday's live, it was a slow starter because I didn't invite anybody up. But after, I had a couple people come up. It got interesting. Excuse me. Things have changed, Jeffrey says. Things have changed. Yeah, there's not. Wait. Yeah, let's not go there. Yeah.
That is the truth.
I'm a firm believer in, and I'm going to go there. Now, I'm not going to go political. I'm going to go into my personal opinion on raising your children. You don't work, you don't eat. When they're infants, they can't really work. But when they become 3 years old, 2 to 3 years old, they can work. They don't work hard. They don't work a lot. They just work some. When my grandson was 2 years old, he was helping me put laundry into the washing machine. He was helping me take the clothes out of the dryer. He was helping me bring me tools, working on my car or my trailer or my motorcycle or my bicycle. He's like, I want to help. And I'm like, okay, grab that. When I trimmed bushes, he grabbed the branches at 2 years old, sweat coming off his brow. I want to help. Because he wants to be a part of the family. Bring those over here. Do this, do that. You can teach your kids how to work when they're young.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do something bad.
It's fun to watch them when they crawl in the dryer, try to get the clothes out. It's like half of their body's in the dryer and half is out.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, I left HR roles. I've been when. Hold on. Keep in mind, I left HR roles. I believe when Obama was in office, and he changed a lot of that stuff. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm getting off the political thing. I'm just going by my personal beliefs of how I raised my children. This is the way I raised my children. I took them to work with me because I own my own business. I took them to work with me when they were old enough to stand up on a roof, not worry about them walking off and falling and getting killed. When they were 12 years old and they were competent. You're coming on the roof with Dad, and I'm going to show you how Dad makes money. So when you ask me for $10, you know how long it took me to make that $10 and what kind of blood, sweat, and tears I had to do to get the $10. Mm-hmm. So when you got $10 and I ask you for the $10, what do you do with it? That's the only $10 I got. What if I ask you for $2? It's still going to hurt. So just to help them get a perspective of what it takes to make a house, to buy a house, to maintain a house, to keep the lights on, to have a car. How do you keep the car running? How expensive it is. It does no good to, forgive me for saying this, to pussyfoot around a lifestyle to make coddled kids that don't know what it takes to not go through hardships. To say, hey, you cannot go to the movies, and this is why. And let them deal with it. Yep. It hurts because we have to deal with it.
Oh, yeah.
So they have to learn lessons when they're young. So when they're older and they have that lesson, they don't break under it. They don't fall. and
Yeah.
become a little snot crying. "No, I can't do it. I can't do adult life. I'm gonna cry because I can't do adult life."
Well, my parents used to tell us, if you want to make money, this is what you got to do. So we had around the house, we had jobs to do to make money to go to the movies or
Mhm.
go out to eat with our friends or whatever. And I kind of instilled that in my kids when they were growing up. I told them, this is what you got to do. If you want to go do this, this is what you have to do. You got to clean your room, do this, and
Mhm.
do this. If you don't get money.
There you go.
That's part of life.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't
It's
get
like a
money.
job.
I don't get money by not doing anything. Before the welfare program got ridiculously stupid, when you don't work, you don't make money. So let me read what Tommy says. He says, "Oh, I meant that. Let's not go there about the use of welfare programs. I don't debate about kids. Everyone has their own way. Right there, you go."
Right.
Megan says, "Hey Sam." Megan says, "No, they are there for a reason. I'm just saying that if people are trying to immigrate, they never used to be able to get help. I had people in tears more than once because they could not get a job and there was no safety net. And the most I could do was to say, I'm sorry, and give them info for food banks to help get food. Yeah, that's a
That's
difficult
true.
thing. Very difficult.
It
John
is.
Cano, is that how I pronounce that right? John Cano or Cat? Yeah, I don't know. Good morning, John. Nice to see you. How are you doing? We got Van Life. Daryl, what's going on, man? How are
Hey,
you?
Van City Adventure.
Fairy Dust phone completely died. Okay. All right. I can't believe you guys are still here. Really, it's really a
Can
trip.
you tell you have a lot of people, they love you and what you do and the contents that you talk about.
Well, thank you. John is from the Philippines. Hey, John, how are you doing, man? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming in from the Philippines. What time is it over there, John? In the Philippines, is it 6:12 a.m. early in the morning? Tommy says it pissed me off when I worked my butt off, and when I needed help for a small time frame, I couldn't get any help. And I won't go any further. Yeah, I hear you. I know where you're going with that. It just ain't right. But all we can do is work hard at spreading the word and
Yep.
watch those people kill themselves off. Hopefully, hopefully we all can, work this through and survive,
True.
because if not, America's going down fast. Sam's here, bro. Hey, bro, how's it going? Nice to see you, Sam. Still here. John says, "I'm good, sir." And Sam says it's 6:13, just like it is here. So
I'm at
he is.
4:13. I'm at 4:13 in the afternoon.
Well, they're exactly 180 degrees on the other side of the earth. So if you dug a hole, you might hit them. I hear you, Tommy. I've been really pissed off about some of the policies up here. I hear you. That's why people are running to Florida. Not that we got all the answers, but at least you're allowed to work. They're not shutting everything down so you can't earn a living. How can you? It just makes no sense. How can you tell people they can't work and then you're going to try to feed them with money that you're not making? You have no income because people aren't working and they're not paying taxes. How are you going to feed these people that you have no income? Oh, I know. We'll print money. We'll print money. What happens when you print money? Inflation.
Mm-hmm. That's why everything's so sky high.
It's common sense, but why aren't they using common sense? Because they don't have to pay the piper. You and I do.
Yeah, but what gets me is that since they've been giving out all this free money, it's like some people don't want to work anymore.
Why would you?
To me, they should cut it off where people will go back to work.
Yeah, why would you work? Hey, if I could sit at home and get 1,200 a month, why would I go to work?
God, I wish I could get 1,200 a month.
Right.
I would be happy, but I don't.
Right. All right. Well, let's change the subject, or
Okay.
I should shut the live down. Whatever you want. Let's change the subject.
Okay, let's see. What can we talk about now?
Well,
Oh,
I got an idea.
I was thinking about your ocean pictures.
That was beautiful. You should have been there.
Oh, yes.
The breeze was blowing. It was beautiful. Well, what I was going to say is, um, I had a Zoom call with my class today on RV tech training.
Okay. How you
Yeah,
doing in your
and
class?
those people are very encouraging because I'm having an issue with my RV fridge, and I was pretty much asking them how to start diagnosing it because I'm green, in electrical system. I don't know about electrical systems and electronics. I do know
Yeah.
very basic stuff like if that don't work, take that off and put a new one on. I know that part, but I don't know how to find out why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were very supportive. I shared information and they were like, do this, do that. And they were very supportive and excited. They're very excited, very good guys. And they're all already mechanics. I'm probably the only one that's not a mechanic as far as it goes, RV technicians. They already work at RV dealerships or they have a knowledge of it. I don't. I just have the basic knowledge of it. I mean, I know plumbing because, I've worked on a kitchen sink before. And I know some electrical, like I said, because I saw that wire burnt and I just put a new wire on it. That's easy. I did wiring for a trailer, DC voltage to rewire a trailer. That's pretty simple. And other than that, I did a roofing, some construction. So I know that kind of stuff. But when it comes to electronics and how they work and electrical current, ohms, resistance, watts, voltage, amperage, all that stuff, I'm learning about,
Yeah.
So they're encouraging me to go out there and just start touching things and testing them with the meter and seeing what goes on. And so it's been very encouraging. I've been reading like crazy, not having time to participate in normal life activities very much, but it's worth it. I'm having a good time reading the books and learning about stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Power banks. Power is a must when boondocking. I'm listening
Flashlights
to you,
work
sir.
fine for me.
What's that?
I said flashlights work fine for me, boondocking.
I got you. Sam says, let us choose to be good to others at all times, even if they are not good to us. Yeah, I agree.
That is true.
I agree. I agree with that for sure. Because it's not about how they treat you that should change your attitude. You should have a good
Mhm.
attitude, even if they're not being nice. Tommy says, I may be boondocking in May, not for sure. Yay! That would be
That's
great.
good.
That would be great. Yeah. So I got some stickers from Tommy. They're in an envelope over here because since I had to drive the RV, I had to secure everything. So they're not where they used to be. Things are moved around, so I can't seem to find that her
It
envelope.
happens when you move a trailer.
Here it is. Here it is. I got it. So this, let's see here. This came from She Devil. I'm trying to get it. There we are. She Devil. Yay. And she wrote this very nice little letter to me, very small, but put to the point and direct. And it was very wonderful and sweet. And thank you for writing those wonderful words, Tommy. You are a sweet, tender person. And
Hmm.
she sent me these. Hello.
Oh, how cool. Those are nice stickers. I like that.
Yeah, I'm going to put them on the back of my RV. And pretty soon I'll do that and then take a picture. I'm going to be washing my RV pretty soon because it's time for all that pollen and stuff to fall out of the sky, out of the trees. when that gets done, then I'll wash the RV because it needs it.
True.
But very cool stickers. And she did a little mail call when she got my stickers. I sent her some of my stickers. Yay! So if you
Oh, I
want
like
to,
your stickers.
if you want a sticker, all you got to do is email me with your address, and I will send you a sticker. Not
I only
one,
got one sticker.
not two, but 3 stickers. So here comes the email on screen. If you want a sticker, I will email you a sticker. We have another visitor. It's How to Garden. How to Garden is here. Thank you
Here's
for
my
coming in.
sticker. The only sticker I got.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Nice.
It's reds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, How to
And
Garden, how you doing?
And then
Mhm.
she sent me that one.
I see. Nice sticker.
Yeah.
Sam
Those are the only
says,
stickers
sorry.
I have.
Okay. Sam says, in the end, we're still getting successful because we are kind. Yes, very good words. And How to Garden says, hi, GGM. Oh, yeah. You get sweet from She Devil. Oh, nice. Thank you. I need all that I can get right now. So true, Sam. Help in all things you can. That's right. That's right. Megan says, I'll be right back. Got to fix my parking job from the other day. Fairy Dust got something to say. Hello, John Cano vlog. Nice to meet you. We talk about camping and adventures out, but now we have been having meetups within the community, but we are a various group, not just campers. We are a various group, not just campers. I'm repeating that because I want to make sure I said that right. Amy says, just be kind to others, not manipulative.
True. That is true.
Amy, you know that saying, birds of a feather flock together? So what does that say about you, Amy? You're awesome. Amy, you're awesome people. And I like you because of who you are, and you're authentic and real, and you're a loving, caring person, and you have a heart. That goes a long way. So we see what happens with the birds of a feather. They flock together, and
Mhm.
I already have my opinions. I'm not going to say them, but I already have my opinions, and I watch people's behavior over time. I don't make a quick judgment. I watch over time, and then I kind of move away from that area because I don't want to. Not that I could be associated with them. I'm not worried about that. It's just not my kind of atmosphere to be around. So that's why I'm not there. I don't go there. Just not going to go there. How to Garden says, I'm doing well. Thanks. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Where are you at, How to Garden? I know I've already asked you that, but tell everybody else where you're from because I forgot. I think you're in the Philippines also, but I don't want to guess. See, I'll be wrong. We for sure need to talk after this. I got you. Well, you got my email if you want. I've already emailed you before, Amy, and I try to keep my boundaries. I don't want to be, and again, this is coming straight from my past education. When a person is going through something traumatic, it should be a woman counseling a woman. Shouldn't be a man counseling a woman
That is
because
true.
of that dynamic and vulnerability. Believe me, I have a lot to say, Amy, but because of that respect for that boundary, I don't go there. I pray that other women take that place because I've had it happen, Amy. I have talked to a woman who was having some issues, and then it went into this dynamic that I said, stop, you're going to have to stop that. You can't be telling me all this stuff because It's not my place to be counseling you, because then I don't want some other dynamic to happen. not because
Sure.
I don't want it. It's because it's not the right time, because it's just not something you want to get into. I'll just put it blunt. You don't want to be the rebound. Not that you don't want to be that person's significant other. You just don't want to be there right then. You want to let them recover, become a strong-minded person, become balanced, and not leaning on others too hard, but be able to stand up and value their own, way to deal with it. They're strong. They have to be strong. And then you can talk. But when they're vulnerable, you have to be careful. Man and woman have to be careful, because then you get in a situation that typically doesn't turn out right. Doesn't turn out good. So I'd be happy to talk to you. So send me an email. Let's see. How to garden. I'm in Brevard, Florida, just south of Melbourne. I'm sorry. See, I'm a loser. Sorry. There's so many people. Sorry. It's just south of Melbourne. Okay. I lived in Palm Bay for 20 years. Palm Bay is just south of Melbourne. Fellsmere, Malabar, Vero Beach.
Someday I'm going to have to go to Florida to see what everybody's going to.
Yeah. So I lived in Palm Bay. Palm Bay is the next town south of Melbourne, and I lived there 20 years.
Is that one of the places you've been to on the with one of your videos?
So, yeah, I went to Sebastian. Yes, I went to Vero Beach, Sebastian. What did you call it? Sebastian Inlet, Melbourne Beach, Satellite Beach, Atlantic Beach, South Patrick Beach, Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral Beach, Playa Linda Beach. I haven't did anything at Playa Linda Beach. That's my home beach.
Okay.
Because you got to pay to go there. So
I'm gonna have to put Florida on my bucket list, and it's getting so long, it's not funny.
Okay.
Of places I want to go.
Really, I was thinking it was Jersey. Okay. Yep, that's what I was looking for when finding a counselor, an older woman. Good for you, Amy. Very wise. Yeah, I'm not a good counselor, but I'm a good listener. Well, that's really important right there. Good listener.
If it's about bad relationships, I know all about those. Been there, done that.
All right, we have another visitor. Amy, are you ready to come on up? All right, here we go. It's Amy, Amethyst Hayes Adventure. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Great to see you. Nice to see you up here. What kind of pictures are on the back frame behind you? What kind of pictures are that? You have pictures on there?
Yeah, they're all from my first cruise.
Sweet.
Oh, cool.
Like, got the ship, Nassau, Freeport.
Awesome.
Like the ocean, like part of the ship. Towel animals. Me holding some birds. Atlantis.
Nice.
A rainbow. But like I have 4 picture frames that all have pictures from my very first cruise.
When was that? How long ago? How old were you?
It was September 2019. No, yeah, 18. September 2018 was my first cruise.
And did you go by yourself?
I did.
Wow. And where were you living when you went on that cruise? How did you travel?
Well, funny story is when I booked the cruise, I was living in Wichita, Kansas. And so the airport was 5 minutes away from my apartment. Put it this way. My cats knew the sounds of airplanes. And if I was on my balcony when the plane was landing, they could see me on the balcony and I could tell every airline and I got it. And if it was in the morning time, like before noon, because of where the sun was and where my apartment was and the plane, when the plane went by, it got dark in my apartment as the plane like covered.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we would be at work and we got terrible reception because work was like in the middle of where I was in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And we got terrible reception in our building. And so if we wanted to have a phone conversation, like if my boss called and you're talking to him and you're standing outside, you're talking, you're like, hold on, plane goes by, and then you continue the conversation. Or you're like, hey, can you repeat that? The plane just flown by.
So, didn't you just do that, Hilda? Or somebody, some loud noise happened and you went, hold on a second.
Yeah, that was me because the jet just went over my
Right.
house, my apartment.
Right.
So I was living in Wichita, booked the flight through because I booked the cruise in like June, and the cruise was for September. Into July, my boss comes and he goes, transferring you back to Kansas City. I'm like, okay. He goes, you got 2 weeks. I'm like, okay. So
Wow.
I can't go back to Kansas City. And so I looked into changing my flight from Wichita to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then I lived about 45 minutes away from the Kansas City airport because I lived in a suburb of Kansas City, and it's on the north part of Kansas City. And it was going to be like $200, $300. So I just drove from my house to Wichita to get the plane and then back to Kansas City.
Wow. So what was it like going on your, first time going in? You went out, did you go out of Port Canaveral?
I did actually go out of Port Canaveral for my first cruise.
So what was that like? You were coming into, I don't know if you knew what was there in the port, how much security and all that. Oh, it's crazy.
So I didn't really know anything about cruising. I didn't know, I had seen just a little bit from the research I did after I booked a cruise. So my mom and my stepdad cruised a lot. Like, cruising was my stepdad's favorite thing. And that's the one thing that I miss, because I wish they would have taken me on a cruise, and I wish I could experience cruising with him. He passed away 10 years ago. So wasn't able to do that.
Sorry.
But just, I was overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was glad that I've gone back to Port Canaveral and have sailed out of Port Canaveral. I've gone back to Nassau, and I've gone back to Freeport. Although I didn't really do anything in Freeport, and I just walked around in Nassau. But going on that first cruise, just not panic, but just the unprepared, not knowing what you were doing. Like, okay, so I'm in the shuttle, it's dropping me off here, I'm being herded here, and then just not being able, trying to take it all in, but at the same time not taking it all in, because you don't want to miss the ship. You don't trying to see everything, and so
I hear you.
But I went on a 4-day, fell in love with it, and I've been on 7 since. And
wow.
We were no sailing for 16 months in that. So
wow. Impressive. Well, I growing up where I grew up, as a young child, I don't realize all the things going on in my area. I mean, I'm right next to Orlando. I'm right next to Daytona Beach. I'm right next to the Kennedy Space Center, Cocoa Beach, Port Canaveral, and, so forth down Miami, the Florida Keys, Tampa. There's just so much here in Central Florida to do. I've never been bored in my life. Never. I've always got something to do. And it's just crazy. As you grow up, you're naive. And then when you're like, wow, look at these ginormous, I'm telling you, I was a homeboy for so long. I never even seen palm trees that had coconuts in them when I was a kid. And they grew in Florida. I mean, like, why am I, and I remember driving to the next town, and I seen cliffs in Florida, and I'm like, this doesn't look like Florida, but you just experience the landscape from a naive person. You're just used to your same block. You don't go nowhere. I never flew in an airline till my second marriage. Never been in an airline till my second marriage. I think I was 30 something, and I flew in a jet, and it was incredible. I mean, I videotaped the whole thing, every inch of it, flying. Look, we're going through the clouds. Now we're above the cloud, just like a kid. And then I've never went. That was the first time I went out of the country. I went to Puerto Rico, and it was just a beautiful place. And I'm like, look at this water. How comes nobody is swimming in this? This is beautiful water, and there's nobody swimming in it. It just blew my mind. And I asked, why aren't these Puerto Ricans swimming in this water? You're just not really into it. Like, I bet you there's lobsters down there. I could catch them and eat them. It's just crazy stuff. But to get out of your comfort zone. You know, I'm in a country that speaks Spanish, and they don't speak a lot of English, so it was very challenging. But at the same time, it was rewarding because I
Mhm.
started to learn Spanish, and I was associating because it's a U.S. territory. I was able to see things that were the same. Like, for instance, you go to a convenience store. There's an ice maker. You know, back in the day, there was an ice maker in the not an ice maker, but an ice machine outside that held all the bags of ice. And it's
Mhm.
and in the States, it said ice. Well, when you're in Puerto Rico, it doesn't say ice; it says hielo. So I would be able to learn Spanish words that associated to
Yep.
the English word just because of the diagram or the picture that was exactly the same, but the word was just different.
Yep.
Same thing with the auto parts store. You know, you go to AutoZone, they say you get this for free, and it said blah 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 gratis. Well, gratis means free, and I learned all that stuff by just being immersed in it for 2 weeks. You just stay there, and I went back time after time after time, and had a great time. Went up in the mountains into the rainforest, beautiful country, just really beautiful. You know, so that's cool. That's cool. You got to experience that because Port Canaveral is buzzing with activity. There's restaurants, bars. There's a submarine base, naval base kind of thing. It's got the Kennedy Space Center, the Air Force Base. It's all there, and then you got an inlet. You know, an inlet. So, and then you got Cape Canaveral. You got Cocoa Beach, all that, all up and down Florida's East Coast. So, pretty cool.
Boy, now you're making me want to go there really badly.
I love Florida.
Yeah, and when I was a teenager, becoming a young adult, you know, you listen to the rock station, and they would do these things, bolt-ons, where they would bolt a license plate of the rock station on your car. So they like, come on down to Cocoa Beach, Ron John Surf Shop, and we're gonna bolt a tag on your car. So I remember going to Cocoa Beach for the very first time as a young adult and seeing the radio DJ in person. It was like, he's a star, you know, he's a star, you know. And then it's like, could you bolt one on my car, please? Yes. And they'd follow you, find your car. They would walk through the parking lot and find your car, and the crowd would follow them because they all want their tag. It was just exciting, you know, to go to Cocoa Beach, the bikinis and the volleyball and all that stuff happening on the beach. You know, I didn't get around. I didn't see a lot of girls in bikinis when I was little. And then when I went to Cocoa Beach and I saw these girls in bikinis, it was like, what am I missing? That kind of
That's
thing.
gonna be this guy's experience when he's on the cruise and he's on the Lido deck. He's gonna be like, "What is this?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's looking forward to it too, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do when
Yeah, I am.
you're gonna sit around the pool, right? And then there's just some good-looking girl's gonna sit like
Oh, Lord.
two chairs over,
Oh, Lord.
and then you got to go over and look at it. You got to stare at her and go, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Oh, Lord.
Definitely a 10. And she's gonna be like, "What? Slap."
Definitely a 10. No, you got to go, "Hey, do you need any sun lotion put on? I can apply it."
Oh, Lord.
I'll get that back area where you can't reach.
I definitely don't want to get slapped, so
Just don't look at a girl and say definitely a 10.
True.
Like you're eating that ice cream cone and you're like definitely a 10 looking at a girl. Don't do it. Because
Yeah.
yeah. Even though you might be talking about the ice cream cone.
I will probably drop the ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially she's coming right there in front of me. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I would.
Tell me if I'm walking the Lido deck and I just see ice cream cones on the floor, it's because a hot girl walked in front of Kenny. Got it.
Kenny, if you and I were alone, the things I would tell you.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey, listen, it's totally different.
I can only imagine.
It's totally different when you're looking at a 2D flat screen, and when you get in the flesh and they're 4D, dude, it's different.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy.
Amy, are you going on the same cruise as him?
I am.
Oh, that means you get to take video if that happens.
Yep.
If he drops his ice cream cone, just get that phone out and record it.
Oh, there's gonna be so many of us between Sean, Alana, Michael Ann, V, Steve, Crystal, and everybody else going.
Michael Ann. Michael Ann Spoil Mama.
Yep, Michael Ann. She's my roommate.
And
Cool.
Janice from JP Travels.
Yep, Janice is Crystal's roommate.
And y'all go when?
October. October
October
15th.
the 15th through the 23rd.
Oh,
Yeah, October of this year.
I'll be in California.
Well, have fun, enjoy. Because I actually have family. I actually have family in California.
So do I. I have family, friends.
They're in San Diego and Pleasant Hill, California.
Oh, okay.
But
Plus, I'm supposed to go before that. I'm supposed to go to Hawaii.
I thought you were supposed to go to Hawaii like a couple months ago.
I was, but something happened.
Oh.
I ended up staying home because I ended up at the hospital, and right now I can't travel.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, things happen.
Tommy says Kenny's gonna be in heaven.
Yep.
Well, I can tell you this. You can look, but don't touch.
And if you do decide to look and say a 10 or something, wear dark sunglasses for where they can't see your look.
I better just keep those words to my own self.
Just wear dark sunglasses like some guys do when they're looking.
I can tell you, I'm not a very shy person, and I'm not very smart in certain situations. I can remember the first time when I was very young. Let's just say I went into an adult nightclub, and I reached out and touched someone, and I got kicked out of the bar.
Wow.
Because I'd never been in an establishment like that ever. And I was really young, and my buddies were working in Orlando, and Orlando's, happening. And there's like, getting off work and like, let's go over here for just an hour or so. Okay. And I'm go. And I'm, the next thing you know, that stuff was walking around, and I'm like, couldn't keep my hands to myself. And I was really little. And next thing you know, that big old dude that's like 6'5" walks over to me and taps me on the shoulder and does this. Hold on.
Yeah, you're not. We can't see you.
Sorry. He tapped me on the shoulder and goes, "You come here." And I said,
The bouncer.
yeah. He's like, "You're out of here." So after that,
Sam Print TV. No,
Okay,
nothing
I'm
much.
okay.
Myra's here. Hello, Myra. Nice to see you. Good morning. It's evening here, but good morning to you in the Philippines, Myra.
Yeah,
Nice to see you.
it is 6:44 there over there in the Philippines a.m. They're already into their Saturday morning already.
Mm-hmm. For man, what's up?
Oh me, but
okay,
have
Megan.
a
See you
good one,
later.
Going Green Mom.
See you,
See
Megan.
you later, Megan. Myra and I have a little bit of a connection because when I went in her live, that's where I ran into this Filipino woman.
Okay.
I was in her live. She was doing karaoke, and I was, on that channel singing and stuff and hanging out. And in their channels, they don't care. You can play the music. You can play the song you want. They don't care about copyright claims, and you just sing your hearts out. And there was another woman up there who was chatting, and everybody was chatting. And after that chat was over, I I was like, oh, let me go to her channel, and I went up to her channel and went on her panel. It was just her and I, and then after the panel, she was about to go off the air, and I said, hey, we can talk a little if you want. You just end the live. She didn't know. You just end the broadcast, and you'll still be on screen with me, and we can chat a little. And that's what we did. We chat a little, and then we exchanged the messenger thing, and that's what led to more communication. And hey, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But we'll see.
True.
Let's see. Hi, Myra. Sam says, take care, going green. I'm assuming that's what he said there. Yeah, I just woke up, laugh out loud, still in bed. Yeah, I'm sure. Have a good evening, going green, Mom. Morning, Caps, Sam. And then I'm back again. Phone is getting green juice. Barely. I'm taking a Jackery back. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to type on your cell phone. Get it. Get it.
I
all
struggle
right.
all the time, especially when I'm like in the middle of that like panic attack. Like earlier today, I was like talking to a couple people, and I just had like that panic attack where like my whole body was trembling, and it was really hard to talk to these people. But I needed to talk to them because I was in that panic mode. Like,
yeah, yep. You got to get the words out, but can't get them out fast enough.
I'm over daily panic attacks that happen a couple times a day. Like, I'm over it.
I'm so sorry. So sorry. I can't answer to that. I'm not in that field. So
that's why I've done counseling. I've had 2 visits. Was supposed to have 3, but she was sick.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
It's going to be weekly unless I can't go or she can't. She can't do it that day. So.
Well, that's good. You're talking to someone.
It always helps.
Yeah, I have a gentleman that I've known for years. I was in a band with him. He was a leader at my church that I used to go to before I moved. And he was always there for me, man. Every time I was going through, a divorce, it was like he was right there. Every time I needed here's some kind of direction and give me some peace. He was always there, man. And he made time. He had a wife, he had kids, but he made time for me. And I tried to be respectful of his time and not take up 3 hours,
I have so many people who have checked on me daily or talked to me or try to check on me daily. If it's not daily, it's every other day. But so many people in my corner right now. But yeah, I'm curious to know, like, and we'll talk afterwards of, I need an outside opinion of somebody who doesn't necessarily know what's going on, but can see what's going on in other situations. That makes sense.
Sure. Sure. And I'll always say the truth. I'll always say, I don't know. I won't make up something about something I don't know. I always keep the facts. And if I don't know something, I always say, I really don't know. I
will say with some of the stuff that I'm going through, a lot has been hidden.
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily on my end.
I hear you.
But that's what makes me even more upset.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. I said it.
It's harder. It's harder when that happens to you because I've been there, and it's really hard because then you feel like, okay, why? Why is this happening?
Yeah. Yeah. And what I'll do is I'll end the broadcast, and all 4 of you can stay up here. I think that's not a bad idea. I can tell a story about what happened to me and not get into details, but say how it affected me and how someone else's behavior was so odd that it just didn't fit the narrative of what was on YouTube,
Yep. Ding, ding, ding. That's
yeah, exactly the same, and again, that's why I say I'm not going to talk about it here because it's just not healthy to talk about it on live broadcast.
True.
So,
because then a lot of rumors fly around.
Yeah. You don't want that. So,
right.
I try to stay clear of that stuff. And again, So let me read this last one. I'm not a creator on YouTube, so I'm pretty fair when I see stuff. Yes, you are. Fairy Dust is. She's very fair and very real. Says it like it is.
Mhm.
She's definitely good at that. So I'm gonna pop off of here, and you guys can hang for a little bit. My family's probably going to be hanging out here by the campfire really soon, so I'll say my goodbyes. You guys can stay up if you want, and that way I'll end this, and then I can get to my camping fun. So I'm going to
Okay.
say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for hanging out for the live, and we'll
Bye,
see you
everyone.
on the next live. I'll try to come up on Saturday night if I can. So you guys take care.